Alright, so let me explain. Oh yeah, we get to play as this original he. It's the only time he's playable. It's the only temporary party member in Digital Devil Saga, he's really cool. It's just, we get to play as Agni in this game, which is great. Okay, so the way that this works is this is the real Varna and this is the fake Varna. So the way that everything was going is that the cast, Embryon, you know, everyone in the Embryon, Serph, Heat, Argel, all that, they were originally humans, you know, just standard humans in this world. But eventually, by some reason or another, they all died, you know. But before they all died, they came into contact with the original Serph. Sarah. There's no original Sarah, there's only one Sarah. They came into contact with Sarah, and what's her name? She really took a liking to all of them, and then so in the machine that she's in, which is used by Serph and the rest of the Karma Society, which Serph and Heat and Angela all worked for. I don't know about the original Cielo, I haven't seen him yet, but he was obviously there somewhere. You know, they all use that machine in order to talk to God, in order to attempt to fix humanity. You know, I presume, because Angel and QBA were both there. You know, after the disaster, they're all trying to fix humanity, and at some point, you know, we saw what happened there, where everything went wrong. Because the original Serph was kind of an asshole, and he hated the original Serph because he just wanted to see, you know, Sarah happy. He thought, you know, you can't just take advantage of people like that. But of course, the original Serph put on a fake smile and, you know, pretended to be a nice person for Sarah, and so that's how Sarah envisioned Serph, and then so she created virtual versions of all the characters in her sort of virtual world where she exists so she can talk to God. So yeah, and of course those digital versions are us, our main Embryon, the ones in the junkyard. So this is the real Varna, that's the real Serph. That's his Varna form, because, you know, there's multiple different variations of Varna. That's his Varna, and this is the virtual Serph that we saw in the beach little scenario that she had. So yeah. Anyway, a lot of explanation there. It's pretty hard to pick up on your first playthrough. I don't think the game exactly, or, you know, Atlas perfectly encapsulates what happened there. Anyway, yeah, so it's a pretty powerful true heat. This is true heat. Alright, if we lose here, I think you can lose here, but I think it's pretty difficult to. So, let's try the Flula. I don't think they have any weaknesses or anything, so. Everything will be mine. Knowledge, power, everything. Yeah, so if the original Serph is still alive, he'd be the villain. Because he's not exactly a great guy. But I mean, we're... And because our Serph, Embryon Serph, is such a nice guy, because that's how Sarah originally envisioned him. I won't lose to you, Heat. This isn't a very hard fight. It's more of a story fight. Where are you, Sarah? Okay. But, yeah, this fight, it's very interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff that's happened here. Alright, Chi Blast. That's power charge, so that's good. I'm not dead. I can't be dead. So yeah, at one point or another, the original versions of everyone all died, but they lived on through Sarah's virtual world. Obviously, they aren't the original versions, but, you know. Get out of my way, you imposter. But, you know, they're all much nicer people, because that's how Sarah envisioned them. Yeah, it's one of these points where I wish, because real Serph here can speak, the virtual Serph can speak, but Embryon Serph can't speak, and it's really, really annoying because I want to know what Serph is thinking at the moment, because as far as he's aware, you know, this original version of him, who he was originally meant to be, is a terrible, terrible person. And, you know, what's he think of that? We don't know, because he never gets the chance to speak. Sarah, where is Sarah? You know, and that's really, really unfortunate about this game, is that he just doesn't... They have to stick with series tradition of not letting the main character speak. Except for Persona 3 Fest, where they let Iger speak, but not Serph here. It's really unfortunate, because Serph is just... You know, he's an interesting character because he has interesting backstory, but he never gets it. Because he's a villain, essentially. He would have been the villain of the game if he's still alive. But, you know, Virtual Serph never gets a chance to relay what he thinks of the whole situation. Of not being who he originally was. Which I really wish Quantum Devil Saga extended into DDS2, because well, DDS2 originally wasn't in the original concept, but I really would have liked it if it was, because that way we could get Serph's opinion on all of this, because Serph speaks in there. Anyway, we get 80,000 experience and a Soma. The reason for that is because Serph has to level up and catch up with everyone else, right? So let's just let that experience bar go. Yeah, so he has to catch up with everyone else, so... I mean, there you go, 33 stat points to distribute. Oh, I'm not finished I guess yet. We have 97 magic now. I was just gonna see how far we could go, you know, and then cancel it out, but I guess we have 97 magic. God damn. Alright, well, from now on we're just gonna boost up other stats. Anyway, after all that, yeah, they're still fighting Heat, by the way. Serph, Embryon Serph, I mean, it's Serph, the only Serph that's alive, the only Serph that we've known for all this time. He's still alive. And, yeah, this is pretty, you know, as much as I hated this point of the game early on, I really do love this part, because, you know, it feels very satisfying to overcome this difficult boss, get all this awesome story explanation, and get, you know, understand what's going on, and for Serph to rejoin the party. You know, we don't get Argela or Roland back, or Heat for that matter, unfortunately, but we get Serph.
It is you!
You know, despite the fact that Heat's there, he's not.
Who else could it be? Serph wouldn't die. That'd be too easy.
Because unfortunately, Heat is heavily injured.
Well, now do you see where I stand?
Alright, so this isn't an important dialogue choice here, but I'd say I do just in case, because the game really wants you to, you know, level with Heat and go, you know, it's okay, bro.
Then let's finish this.
You know, I accept that we have a rivalry that's been going on before this life. Yeah, let's dance. And he just can do that now, because I guess he's partially dead or something. Anyway, he goes up to that little facility up there. And Serph realizes that this is his duel that he has to finish with Heat. You know, it's a fight between them.
Please stop, you two! This is all my fault! There's no reason to...
They'll work this out on their own.
There are those who find identity in battle. For them, fighting may lead to salvation. Let him go.
So, yeah. He doesn't join the party for the rest of the game, unfortunately, although I think it would have been cool if he did. Anyway, we're just playing a Serph here, so make sure you recover, because the game doesn't do that for you. Unfortunately, Serph doesn't learn any spells that you may have learned with Sarah, which is unfortunate, you know. But you know, because it would have been good if we could have had, you know, Mabufula all maxed out, and in case we had any other spells, we could have had those. I don't think there's any encounters here. Is there any music? No. Okay. This is tense, you know. We're fighting. No, I don't want to. Also, I really hope that save point's there because I need to end this recording session. And we'll figure out what happens to these two. You know, later. Unfortunately, it resets the map for some odd reason. We don't get to. You know, it resets all the map, and we have to see all the things again. But no, there's no save point. We have to watch this scene. This is a cool scene, you know.
You're too damn slow. I almost fell asleep.
Unfortunately, Heat is badly injured, and Serph doesn't want to see Heat die.
Sorry. We'll have to settle this later. You killed me. Understand?
Okay, so this is that was terrible. The last important dialogue choice in this game, in both games. This is the final one. So I believe I know you don't need to explain, you know, theme of acceptance and all that, but I'm going to go double check just in case, you know, just in case. No, this isn't an important dialogue choice actually, because the one just before was where you have to say I do. That was the final important dialogue choice in the game. You have to say I do instead of ellipsis. So yeah, this one isn't that important, but I'm gonna go with this anyway.
You're the one who has to protect Sarah now. Don't let go of her. I did it. I made my choice.
So it's a bit of a bittersweet scene, especially, you know, I love Heat. Heat's such a good character, but unfortunately, Heat passes away and dies, and of course, Schrodinger's bell can be heard. So I think this is a really cool scene as well. I think seeing Cielo cry there is also very powerful, and just seeing Gale, you know, like Gale. You know, they didn't cry for. I see if Cielo cried for Argela's death, it would make more sense as well. But I think it's because, you know, Cielo's been trying to hold tough this entire time.
And the machine
but then,
broke.
you know, like Heat's death
I'm sorry, Fred.
finally got to him.
So then...
There's still hope.
But yeah,
I
we
remember
can't
they
talk
were
to God
conducting
anymore,
some
so what
experiments
do we
in a
do?
facility far away from here. If it's still functional.
We still couldn't reach it. There isn't time.
I think we can still make it if we take an airplane. I will go to the sun myself and ask God to return Earth to normal.
You can do that?
Yeah, so here's Sarah's plan. It's a last plan of
I haven't tried
action.
before, but I'll send my
She has
data.
to send her data, but what that
How will you
means...
return?
Yeah, how will you return?
I won't return. And
She
that's
can't
why
return,
I'm going
and she
alone.
knows that she can't.
It's my responsibility.
Sarah, I am hurt
Why?
because you aren't asking me to help with negotiations.
Oh, this is cute. Looks like you're pretty insecure beneath all that seriousness. You can't be reasoning with God, bro. Maybe I could show him some jamming Latin rhythm, yeah? Oh, yeah, baby. Dig it?
I'm sure you would only anger him.
Really? Then why don't we see which one of us can convince God first?
I like this little
Agreed.
dynamic between Cielo and Gale here.
Well,
Because Cielo
then,
and Gale
Sarah,
are
looks like
the,
you'll need to make
the
reservations
two
for
most
3 more.
long-lasting characters throughout this game, because they're the last two to join you in the first game, but
Thank you,
they are
everyone.
the this duo between the two. It was one serious and one's a jokester. They're a great they're a great duo. Anyway, now we have a party of 4. Not 5, but I'll take it. So we have Serph, Sarah, Gale, and Cielo as the party for now, which is alright. I'll take it. It's better than just the 3. But we may as well set everyone with mutual karma again then. Mutual karma instead of ice drain. Actually, no, we'll get ice drain instead of void fire, because Serph already has that. Mutual karma on Gale instead of force drain, that'll do. And instead of death resist, mutual karma. Excellent. Just because now we have all the members here. Didn't you guys just come out from here? You're not going back in, I'm warning, because inside there's... Well, we dealt with that. Yeah, so heat was the source of all that noise. So that's that. Anyway, our destination is the airport. However, I'm going to head back to the underground city and save and end this recording session. Pretty productive one, Okay. I'd say, yeah, that's going to do it for this recording session. A long one, not as long as the one during Karma Society Tower, but still decently long. But anyway, let's save, and we're about to go on to the second last dungeon of the game. Yeah, we are getting through this pretty quickly, and it may seem like, wow, this game's even shorter than the first game. No, the final dungeon of this game is about 3 dungeons worth of length, so it is not a short dungeon in the slightest. It's it's gonna be a wild ride going through the final dungeon, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this recording session, and I will see you guys in the next one.